Yep, Independence is a vibe. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on YouTube and on Instagram at Independence is the Vibe, because you know that it is.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know we always got some type of topic for you. And today's topic is how to get dressed quickly with regular clothes and with adaptive clothing. This one in particular, this topic, we normally try to choose topics that kind of, it appeal to both able-bodied people and disabled people. But this one in particular, I think is mainly for disabled people. I don't think able-bodied people got a problem dressing too slow. Maybe picking out different outfits taking them forever, but
yeah,
actually putting them outfits on shouldn't take no time at all if you're able-bodied. I'm just, again, that's my opinion. Y'all don't hold me to it. But yeah, man, how to get dressed quickly. Regular clothes or adaptive clothing.
Yeah.
Let me start off by saying, for those who don't know what adaptive clothing is, it could come in a variety of ways. Some shirts have like zippers on the sides where you can actually unzip the shirt and then you just put it over your head and stick your arms through the sleeves instead of having to pull the shirt over your head.
Yeah.
Some shoes are made where you slip them on and off. There's no strings, no Velcros, no nothing. And then they have shoes where there is Velcro on the shoe. That way you don't have to fight with shoestrings.
Yeah.
So,
some of them look real cool though.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them online.
Yeah.
They do look cool.
I think Nike has some adaptive shoes. I
Yeah.
think we had one over that, like
way back. I think maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah.
That was them.
I forgot the name of
it. I think it was BB Flies or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I remember we did that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause adaptive clothing is definitely a need for it. And even if you're not somebody with a disability, maybe you're somebody with arthritis, it'll help you too.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna tackle, getting dressed with the regular clothing first. I think one thing that will help you to get dressed quick if you are a person that get dressed slow, like myself. If you ask my family, they will tell you it take me a minute to get dressed. That's why when we got places to go, I get up early before everybody else. And that's what I was gonna say is have a routine that works for you.
Yeah.
Because part of my routine when I gotta get dressed and we gotta go places, I'll get up early before everybody else, at least 30 minutes, sometimes 45, depending on what I gotta put on. The second tip I would give is if you got somebody that's with you, ask them to help you. If y'all got somewhere to go and you gotta get dressed, ask them to help you, because that's gonna speed up the process. Also, if you know what you struggle with putting on, right, then maybe do that one first, or save it for last. See what I'm saying? But it just depends on what you struggle with putting on.
Yeah.
For me, putting on clothes don't really take me a long time. But shoes is another issue. My shoes, I don't know why, but I struggle real bad with putting on shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to get them on. And it don't matter what shoe it is. It's just hard to get them on. I can't position my feet right.
Yeah, I know for me, certain shoes is hard for me to get on too. Like boots.
Oh, I don't even own boots.
I can't put boots on.
I can't.
I can't do them.
The last time I owned a pair of boots, I was working.
Yeah.
But I don't work no more. So I'm not a fan of boots. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even mess with them. But they got the one with the zipper on the side. I can do those.
The boots with the zipper on the side?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was about to sound like, man, they got boots with zippers on the side. That's just how bad. I don't.
Yeah.
But I did have some dress shoes that had zippers on the side of them. So yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But I think that if you, ask for help or you have a routine, it could speed up the process of getting dressed. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, pick your stuff out the night before.
That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's normally what I do. Because if I don't, I'll be we're gonna be late.
Yeah, because you in there going through
Coming
stuff.
the same day, we're gonna be late.
Making sure stuff matched. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's a whole thing. So pick your clothes out the night before.
Right.
Another thing that helps me is stretching. And I know it's like, you stretch to get dressed? Yeah. Because if I can loosen certain muscles, then it help me to move quicker.
Mm-hmm.
If those muscles remain tight, I'm going to move slower, which is going to impede my progress to getting dressed.
Mm-hmm.
So, find a way to stretch a little bit, which, like I said, getting up early before everybody, just to get that little stretching in, even if it's 30, 45 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Just get the stretch in.
Yeah.
So you can loosen the muscles. That way I can move a lot quicker.
I know for me, it's easier for me to get dressed in my chair than it is to get dressed in the bed.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one that did that.
Yeah, because I noticed that, a lot of people that's in wheelchairs, they usually get dressed like out of their chair. Most of the time. Like most of the time they get dressed like in the bed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's a lot easier to get dressed in my chair.
Why is that?
I feel like I can move better in my chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing. See, like with me, right? I can sit up on side the bed and put everything else on, but when it comes to my shoes, I literally get up. Like I had to leave out the bedroom and come in the living room because I need space to like lean back. Which I was thinking about that one time, and I'm like, I got more space to lean back in the bed, but also like when I lean back, I need something like it's hard but it's soft at the same time, so I can push against it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That helps to get my legs up where I can reach my foot, so I can grab my foot and pull it up to me.
Okay.
If I don't have nothing behind me, then I don't have nothing to lean on. And when my legs go up, I'm going all the way back. I can't grab my foot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like, when it come to putting on shoes, I go somewhere where they have a solid surface, but it can't be too solid. Like if it's a wall, ain't no give to it. So when I go to push back, there's no room to move.
Yeah.
If that make any sense.
I get what you're saying.
Which, like I say, is just part of my routine. When it's time to put on shoes, I literally come out the room, and I'll come in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Now if like I said, if it's crunch time, then I'll ask my wife. I'm like, can you help me put my shoes on? Mm-hmm. And I'm being honest, like I be feeling like a little kid when I do that. Can you help me put my shoes on? Like, but she don't be minding, so I'm like, well.
Same way when it comes to boots, but I don't mess with them boots no more. So
yeah, I never was a fan of boots, man.
Unless you got the zipper on the side, I can't rock with them.
I feel like ain't enough. It's not enough flexibility with a boot. You know what I'm saying? When you go to put it on.
Yeah.
And then see now too, like my right foot turns to the side a lot, so I need something. If it's a shoe, it's gonna have to be whatever it is. Gonna have to be wide.
Okay.
It can't be something narrow, because as my foot goes inside the shoe, it's gonna crunch up my toes, and that hurts.
Yeah.
It hurt bad. So, I gotta have wide shoes.
Yeah.
Again, just part of that adaptive clothing, which they got some regular shoes that come wide. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like my favorite tennis shoes, Air Force Ones, they wide. They also are hard.
Stomping your Air Force Ones.
Right. So yeah. And when it come to clothing, when it come to shoes, my shoes got to be hard. Because when I get tired, my feet drag, and that messes up shoes. If they not hard, it's gonna mess the shoes up. When I was a kid, man, my parents stayed in Walmart. I'd go through like a pair of shoes in 30 days. It was just that bad, putting the holes in them, scuffing them up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Once the holes get in them, you gotta throw them away. Because holes the only thing they gonna do is get bigger. As I keep dragging, the hole get bigger. So
yeah, but the good thing about me, my shoes last forever,
man. Do you ever have problems putting on like a belt?
Nah.
No. That was one thing I used to have problems with too, putting on a belt, because like I couldn't fully reach behind me. Like I could do it now. I've gotten a lot stronger, in that area. But when I was younger, like I wasn't strong enough to reach behind me to run the belt through the loops. And it seemed simple, but I couldn't reach back there.
I put my belt on like in my pants before I put the pants on.
At one point, I had started doing that too.
Make it a lot easier because you can't see the loops. So you trying to feel and trying to.
Yeah.
Like, man, I ain't got time for that.
I had tried, like, I used to try sitting down on the side of the bed, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, reach back there while I'm sitting down. Couldn't do it. When I stand up, I could reach back there. But then I got to balance myself. So I got one hand holding on to the dresser. The other hand is, like, throwing the belt around. You know what I'm saying? It's like boomeranging. You trying to throw it through the loops. And I always wind up missing 1 or 2 loops in the back.
Right.
Can't reach it. See what I'm saying?
That's why I just put the belt in the pants before I put them on. That way I ain't missing no loops.
Yep.
Be like, why is the belt fitting so crazy, man?
But yeah. I felt like some stuff I just be like, man, I don't want to put no belt on. But then sometimes my pants or even my shorts like would be too big. I had to put a belt on. You know what I'm saying? So, I was never one to wear like big clothes because I see people walking down the street and they walking with their hand on their pants, keeping their pants up. Number one, my hand's already full. But number two, to me, that just looks ridiculous. I can't do it.
Yeah, it look crazy.
So I just had to learn how to put a belt on. I used to struggle with like buttoning up a shirt. You know what I'm saying? When I was like a little kid, just couldn't get my fingers right to put the buttons in the hole. You know what I'm saying? And somebody was like, you could get the same style shirt and it have like a Velcro thing on it where you could just snap the Velcro closed.
Okay.
Again, but that was adaptive clothing, but I didn't know what it was. But I never bought shirts like that, or my parents never did. They was like, well, you gonna have to practice.
I used to like button up shirts back in the day when I was a kid.
Oh, for real?
Cause I didn't like putting shirts over my head for some reason.
And see, that's another thing too. If you're a person that struggle with, pulling shirts over your head, cause some people do. So try the shirts with the buttons. You know what I'm saying? It'd be much easier. Now, of course, people be like, but what if I want like a cool looking t-shirt? Then, the t-shirt ain't gonna be all that cool with buttons running down it. I'm like, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta compromise, huh?
But yeah, man, that's definitely something. If you struggle with putting on certain types of clothes, I would use technology that we have now and look into adaptive clothing for sure.
Yeah, I also struggle with the high top shoes. I guess because you gotta kind of like bend your feet to get them in there somewhat. So
yeah,
I be having a hard time doing all that, trying to get down to the bottom because I can't bend my toes.
I can bend my toes, but it hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like my mid-top shoes. I got a pair of mid-top Air Force Ones on right now. You know what I'm saying? High tops, I have never even tried them. Because of the way they made, I know I ain't going to be able to, like, I'll be able to get in them. But I don't like the way they made. Yeah. The mid-tops is better for me.
Give me the low top.
Low top, I can't rock the low top. I need the ankle support.
Okay.
Yeah, if I put on low tops and the ankle ain't supported, then I'm going to be in pain.
Yeah.
So I stay away from low top shoes.
Okay.
Shoestrings do give me a little bit of a problem. I can tie my shoe, but it's when I'm walking and they coming loose, I'm like,
oh yeah.
Now I'm stuck. Because I can't, I see people be walking, oh, let me tie my shoe, and they'll drop to one knee. I can't drop to one knee. I tried before. Like walking outside and my shoe came untied. And I was like, had to throw the crutches down. And what messed me up, like, I threw the crutches down. One crutch landed in the ant pile because I didn't look around.
Oh, man.
And then when I seen the ants coming on the crutch, I'm like, oh, no. And I reached to grab the crutch and I wobbled. Then I fell down. All of this to tie a shoe. Like, just... And then what's crazy, too, like, because I can't balance on my knees or whatever, if I was outside and had to tie my shoe, I got to literally find somewhere to sit where I can either sit up and lean forward or find something hard to sit against that's going to balance me.
Okay.
So if my shoe come untied and I'm outside, I just wait till I get back to the vehicle.
Yeah.
Or if somebody with me, I'll be like, hey, can you tie my shoe right quick? Like, but most of the time I try to tie my shoestrings pretty tight. I double knot them and all of that so they don't come loose. Also, again, another feature that I like of the Air Force Ones is that ankle strap. Because I'll take my strings and tuck them up into the ankle strap and then I'll, tighten the ankle strap down. so they won't come loose. Because if they come loose, I got a fiasco, and that's I don't want no party. Not no tie your shoe party, because that's gonna be too difficult.
Right.
You know.
Just let them be untied, huh?
For real. I'm just hey, I'm untied McGee out here for real. Cause you know, this whole podcast is about making your life easier. You know, if you're a person with a disability, your life already kind of tough. You know, it's not impossible, but it's kind of tough.
It depends on how you see it.
That too.
It's all about, you know, perception.
You know, but we just want to give you some tips that you know, make some things easier for you. You know, maybe you just became disabled and you ain't know about adaptive clothing.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe you have seen adaptive clothing. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to get more into it and check it out.
I wouldn't mind getting into the selling side of it too. It's a market.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah.
Well, they got some nice pieces out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do more research on it too.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of stores online. They had some good stuff in there too, like you said. But I do want to dig more into it.
I kind of want them Nikes though.
Them things was pretty nice.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. Man, I remember when we did that video. Hey, y'all should go and check it out. I'm gonna have to edit and put that video in the end of the clip so they can go check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Nike, man, holler at us.
For real.
For real.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I think getting dressed fast also have to do with your mindset. Or maybe like the situation you've been in, you know what I'm saying? I know some people personally, but the people I know are they're able-bodied, but they get dressed like super fast. And I'm like, how you get dressed so quick?
Right.
Like they're like, man, my parents, like when I was growing up, they always rushed us. So you ain't have time to like, you know, sit there and put your shirt on and think. You just grab your stuff and you getting dressed while you moving. They didn't play. You know, so
multitasking, huh?
Yeah.
You eating while you getting dressed.
Put the hot pocket in your mouth and put them pants on and that shirt. Be like, well, I'm gonna get cheese on my shirt. You better not get cheese on that shirt. And you had to eat on the move.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and it's a whole thing. Also, too, I think the more you dress yourself, you will know the adjustments you make that'll help to speed up your process too.
I say it's all about adjustments and a routine, getting a routine down on how to make it faster or whatever. And you know, each time you get better at it.
Yeah, most definitely. Cause you know, like I say, I get dressed is very slow. Especially like depending on how the weather is, I might not be feeling well when I wake up too. You see what I'm saying? Cause sometimes I was in a car wreck in 2009, and the spots where I got hit in, sometime when the weather switch up, like especially during the winter, those spots are throbbing. So like I wake up in the morning and it's hard to move because I'm in pain.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing I can do but just keep moving until they loosen up. So if that's the case, it's like getting dressed is gonna be slow. Again, if we got somewhere to go, I'll be like, you know, ask my wife, I'm like, can you help me get dressed? Because the way I'm moving, we're gonna be late, and I don't want us to be late. Especially for church, man. We go to church on Sunday. I don't like to be late.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Question though, talking about clothing. Do you like suits?
I like suits.
You like suits?
But I ain't really like a suit guy.
I do. I want to give me some more suits. I don't have enough. I got one.
Yeah. I'll rock a suit, but I mean, I ain't really into all. I feel too
constricted,
man.
When I was a kid, I used to hate wearing suits because it's like you had to be so careful not to get the suit dirty.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But see now though, I like suits.
I like them too.
And you put a suit on and you look fresh. You know what I'm saying? I like suits now. I got to give me some more though. I want to get at least two
I
more.
like a nice suit, you know.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I feel like I can't really be comfortable in the suit. You know?
You're a t-shirt and jeans guy, huh?
Yeah.
Like Rick Ross out here.
Right. I mean, I'll wear a blazer with a t-shirt and some jeans, you know, keep it casual.
Yeah, that works. I've seen people pull it off. Yeah.
But the whole necktie, and like I'm being choked.
Well, I don't even know how to tie a tie.
Yeah.
So I don't never put a necktie on. I just do like the dress shirt. You know what I'm saying? The slacks in the coat. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to like the vest, like when they put the dress shirt on and you got the vest or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, man, that's as far as I go though. I don't do the ties. Yeah, I think tying the tie is too difficult to me.
It's easy.
Maybe I ain't practiced enough.
It's easy.
Man, but yeah, man. You got any other tips or anything?
Yeah, man. I mean, just do what works best for you.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying. I noticed that getting dressed in my chair is a lot faster than when I get dressed in the bed. So I was like, I started getting dressed in my chair now. Cause I'm done
sense.
a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I'm fighting with the covers at the same time trying to get dressed.
Yeah, and that makes sense too.
Yeah.
I don't need more stuff to move out the way.
Right.
I got enough I'm dealing with.
Tucking the sheets in my pants, man.
He said tucking.
Dang, why I'm rolling with the blanket, man?
So one time I was sitting on the side of the bed getting dressed, you hear me? And my pillow was right by my arm, so I had to lean over to get my leg to come up so I could put my shoe on, because my lower back kind of hurt a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Man, so I'm at the house with myself, right? I'm getting dressed. And this was maybe a year ago. It was recent, like, not recent, but I wasn't no kid. So I'm sitting on the side of the bed trying to get dressed. My lower back hurting a little bit. Maybe I slept bad or whatever. And I put my arm on my pillow and shifted my weight to lean. Not realizing that my pillow was kind of teeter-tottering at the edge of the bed. And when I put my arm on it and shifted, I took a tumble. Just like, well, this is going to slow me down for sure. Should have got dressed in the living room. Should have got... just,
Dang.
hey, life happens, man. When you least expect it.
Life come at you quick.
It does. And y'all make sure y'all scoop them pillows all the way back. Don't have them on the edge of the bed, man.
Right. No rolling and tumbling, huh?
For real. But yeah, man.
Yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And also, don't forget to catch us on Instagram and on YouTube at Independence is a Vibe, because you know that it is.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be back with another video.
Stay tuned.
We out.
Peace.